Thank you for coming to talk with us today. My name is Maricela.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Laree, and I'm a freshman here.
Oh, okay. And I will lead this discussion. Students at Ball State. Wait, hold on. Okay, in just a minute, I'll ask you to introduce yourself, but first I'd like to go over a few things with you. I want to begin by thanking each of you for talking with me this afternoon. We are interested in your thoughts and feelings about prescription substance abuse. So we have a few questions that we want to ask you, and there's no right or wrong answers. I'm only interested in your perceptions. We want to encourage each of you to share your opinions with the group and to be respectful of others. It is possible that you hold different opinions about prescription substance abuse, and that's okay. I want to hear as many viewpoints as are present around the room today. Again, there's no right or wrong answers. Are there any questions before we begin the focus group? Okay, so now there's an informed consent. We've been asked to conduct this group as part of a class assignment for Health Science 494 to get a better idea of what Ball State students' perceptions on substance abuse. We are conducting discussion groups with the students about different health concerns. This is a safe environment, and we will not tell anyone what you said specifically here. We will use the information you give us to write a report, but your names will not be included, nor any identifying information about you. You do not have to answer any questions that you don't want to answer, and some of the questions pertain to sensitive issues. You can skip the questions you don't want to answer and stay in this discussion group. If you do not want to participate, you don't have to. If any students want to leave, you guys can. If you don't want to participate, please read and sign the consent form. So we'll be writing a report from these talks, but we don't want to use anyone's names in the reports, and since we will have a report, we will record the talks. Is everyone okay with that? The digital recorder show. Okay. Once we get started, I will ask you some questions, so to make sure that everyone gets a chance to participate in the discussion and feels comfortable, these are some ground rules. Listen carefully to the questions and to what everyone else has to say. We are really interested in what you think, so we need you to pay close attention during the discussion. Everyone's ideas are important. I will make sure everyone has a chance to speak. Sometimes I will ask each of you a question, and sometimes just a few people may respond, but it's important that everyone participate because each of your ideas are important. Let one person speak at a time. No side discussions, please, and speak up so we can hear you. Remember that the discussion is being recorded. Everything you tell us here is private, so the names of the other students in the group should be kept private, so please be respectful of that. And let's turn off all our cell phones and our technology devices that could cause a distraction. Are there any questions?
As we
That was vague. I cannot even read my own hand. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the middle one. I like how you can save it and name it so we know what it is.
Mhm.
Which is good. Okay, so if you guys can kind of try to speak up when we start.
Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and start. On college campuses, at least 1 in 4 ages 18 to 20 try prescription drugs for the first time. I guess we have a question. Well, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of prescription drugs?
Adderall, I guess.
Just the orange prescription bottle, I guess.
I would say probably like cough syrup and like what is it, like Xannies and stuff like that.
Same like Vyvanse and stimulants and stuff like that.
Okay.
Why? Do you think that they're just personal thoughts, because of your personal life, something that has happened, or just is that what first thing you have?
Yeah, I guess, and because I know it's like a big problem here among college students. You know, they're all taking Adderall to help them study and stuff.
You guys have any other reasons why you guys think of your specific drug when it comes to mind?
I think that's. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I think that's just like I see it on social media a lot. So when I hear like substance drugs or whatever, like prescription drugs, like that's the first thing I think of. Like I don't ever think of actually a prescription anymore because like, you know, an actual prescription that somebody has, I think of those types of things because it's all on social media and people are selling them and using them and all sorts of things. So.
Just curious, what do you see on social media?
So like people will put pictures up of like pills or like cough syrup and like promethazine, codeine, like, and then you hear it in TV, like you hear it on TV and like in songs and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, so.
Do you guys, other than social media, because we have to talk about what channels we think is the best way of reaching our audience of you guys, freshman students, what ways do you think are best to reach you guys? Like, so social media, for instance, what
Yeah.
types exactly?
Like Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah.
Because they're most
those are the ones,
popular
yeah,
used. Okay.
that a lot of people use, I think.
Snapchat. I would definitely say
Snapchat.
Snapchat because people like if somebody's selling it, I don't know if you guys see people like they'll put it on there for like a couple seconds and then
Really?
it goes away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I didn't
hey,
know
hit
that.
me up if you want to purchase or.
So they can't
It's
like
all-
screenshot
so you
because it's so, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all like secretive too.
Yes.
Like you can't go back to the messages at all.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
We have another question. What makes freshmen specifically want to try these new, like, for instance, prescription stimulants like Adderall or anything that you can see at school, I guess? What makes them want to try it when they come to school? Because they think college is hard or...
With stereotype,
Or
you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
See the older kids doing it, tend to make you want to do it, I guess.
So would you say, like, friends are a big
Peer pressure.
peer pressure?
Living in the dorms and stuff too.
Can it get, like, passed easier? Okay.
I would say it's also like when you first come to college as a freshman, like it's this new experience, and so you have like a new set of freedoms that you probably didn't have when you were, well, high school is getting crazy these days, but it's it's kind of like your parents aren't there. You
Yeah,
know?
like living at home. Like,
Yeah,
that
and like
supervision.
you don't
isn't
have
there
to
anymore.
sneak things
Yeah.
anymore, and so
I gotcha.
you see it, and it's like, oh, maybe I can try that. Like, and just
I definitely took advantage of that.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of environment do you see like, would you see freshman students trying it at? Like, where would they be if they were to try it?
Parties,
Parties.
Like-
mostly.
House parties or, like, in the dorm
Yeah.
when people?
Yeah,
Anywhere,
frats.
pretty much. Guess
Okay.
we've seen it everywhere.
Yeah.
So have you guys ever seen somebody that, like, abuse a prescription drug at a party before?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of symptoms did they show that if they were first trying it? Did they like it? Did they not? Do you guys have any personal experience? Not like
Yes.
you personally, but know somebody.
Guess depends on what it is or something.
Yeah.
What did you see being used? Do you know?
Adderall.
Yeah.
A lot of Adderall.
So I'm gonna
Pretty much
And
assume.
then like,
Oh, what?
then just like Xanax and stuff like that. I know it's a big problem nowadays.
Yeah.
So you said you saw it at a party, so it's safe to assume, like, with alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The-
Mixing that.
It's usually
The last focus group we had, people talked a lot about Molly at the frats.
that
Do you
too.
think that's,
Yeah.
okay.
That's one too.
So we have an overall goal that we had to come up with. And our goal is by August of 2017, so the beginning of next year, school year, 45% of freshman students will be able to list and discuss the effects of using prescription drugs that on students who attend Ball State University. And I know it sounds ridiculously high, but we were thinking for our program to reach freshmen at freshman orientation. Did you guys go to that?
Yeah.
Do you think that would be a good means, like, to reach you guys because you're all so new to the
I think
campus?
so. Yeah.
I think that would be a good idea, but definitely like keep up with it because I feel like once like at orientation you get everything at once, and like yes we've heard all
That's
throughout our life like yeah don't do drugs, don't do this, don't do that,
Mhm.
but kind of like in 5th grade is when that we stopped the say no to drugs thing, you know.
Dare
And so like after that, it was no more like trying to stop it. It was just like telling you like this is what happens when you do drugs, not don't do them, you know.
Yeah.
And so I feel like orientation, yes, that would reach like a good population of this. But if you were to keep it going, like have things up in the dorms or like have little programs or events, and I'm pretty sure we have stuff like that.
Yeah.
on campus, but like it's about outreach and like getting people to go to it and then keep going to it and like make it fun and incentives and everything.
And like you're saying, you're pretty sure that we have it on campus, but we don't know.
But just people don't know about it.
So
or it's
that's
not.
kind of where we are, and we're trying to figure out how you're supposed to reach those people and keep them interested and stuff. So one of our ways in keeping like you guys interested in our topic is at the freshman orientation we were thinking having a guest speaker your guys' age, like freshmen, who have had a negative experience from prescription drugs and are able to tell their story. Do you think that would be memorable?
Yeah, I think so.
Because we were thinking that.
Yeah.
What kinds of barriers do you guys think of when it comes to like selling our message? So you said nobody keeps up with it throughout the. Are there any resources you guys can think of on campus?
Like she said, like in the dorms, like there's like a big board in all the halls, like maybe, and I look at it. I mean, I reference it a lot, so I think maybe posting stuff on there. You know.
So like flyers,
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
If we passed out like brochures and pamphlets, would you guys toss them, or would you keep
Like think about the people at the Scramble Light
Yeah.
when they just hand you stuff. What do you do with it?
Depends on
it.
it.
Yeah.
You look at it like, what did you just
Well, like,
Yeah.
well, like I guess what we want to do with it is like just use a tangible product that you can keep and like relay to someone else. So if you like know of someone that would like is in the situation, would you pass it on along? Is pretty much what.
Did you guys ever have to take? There's another question on here. It's called Think About It. As a freshman, as a transfer student, I had to take it. It was about like alcohol use and safe ways to do it. It was like a whole course online. You know,
Do you remember that?
They sent it to us in
Yeah.
like email.
You were
And said
supposed
you
to
have
do
to take
it.
it before you graduate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think I
Well,
did it either.
So basically what it did was walk you through these modules of like safe partying and drinking and what you're supposed to do. Do you think something like that would be effective if we talked about, you know, how drugs would affect and all that kind of stuff? Do you think that's something people would actually take serious?
Or would it be another thing that
Would it
you're
be another
just
thing that you're just like,
scrolling
oh, I'm not going to do
Yeah.
this?
Maybe if you used like actual like evidence of
Like
like what has
statistics at
happened.
Ball
Yeah.
State?
Yeah.
Made it more relatable.
To Ball State.
Yeah. Like Ball State specifically, I think that'd be good.
Yes. Okay, so thinking of our message,
Yes.
do you guys can you guys think of any
Yeah, I'll be
competitors on campus that we have with our message? Like I don't know how to describe it.
You guys said that you knew of programs, but you don't really you couldn't name them off right now, could you?
Just
Not really.
So then I guess I don't think we have any that would definitely help.
Getting the pizza. There's like the health educators, don't they do a lot with that?
Yeah, that's our major.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean like there's a group though, like
Oh,
peer health educators.
okay.
You know what I'm talking about? If there's a group, they do like safe party and things, and like they have a couple events a year. But
I thought I've heard of like mental health educators. I saw that, but I didn't know about.
yeah, there's a peer health educator one too, because I signed up to do it actually because I thought it was a really good idea. But you have to like apply and then get admitted and everything. But I know they do like some things like during spring break. I know they have a thing so you are safe during spring break. But I think their outreach needs to be much better, definitely.
Okay.
So as far as like competition, it would be something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, they would be on.
But as not really
Mhm.
competition there.
You just were you gonna say something? Oh, you just mentioned that they do stuff for like spring break. So that was one of our questions. Was are there any other good times that you can think of during the academic year that would be great for us to deliver our message? So besides, I think spring break would be a great one.
Yeah.
So besides spring break, can you think of any other times that our message would be the most powerful?
Maybe like homecoming.
Okay.
I'd say.
Definitely.
Cheers.
Welcome
Or like
week.
welcome
Welcome
week.
week.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Those are probably Halloween.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that might
So
be
I guess
one.
all the big
Halloween.
party times.
Yeah.
Maybe just tailgates in general.
Yeah.
Tailgates, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Set like have some set up at each tailgate.
Like a stand type
Yeah.
thing. Um, okay. Can you guys think of anybody who would be against our message? I know it's kind of weird to think about, but.
Maybe the people doing the drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not really.
Or people who don't know much about it, maybe, that just wouldn't pay attention,
They don't
I
care,
guess.
yeah.
I don't think anyone would go out of their way to
Yeah.
bash it or anything.
Um,
What about parents? Do you think they'd be on board?
Oh,
Yeah.
Most parents,
Mhm.
yeah.
Of course.
Knowing that there's some sort of
But
kind
Should
of,
hope so
yeah.
at least, I guess.
do you think like during orientation when they are there, if they are there with you guys, I don't know. But do you think they would kind of be curious as to why we're talking about it? If it is an issue
I see
with
what
it,
you're
would that
saying.
worry them? You know?
Probably, yeah.
Cause it's like the same thing though with like rape
Yeah.
and like stuff like that. It's like
Because we talk about safe sex. And
yeah.
Mhm.
So
they're against their kids even having sex. Or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
yeah.
That was one of our concerns because,
Yeah.
like, you know, in grade school when people want to come in and talk about sex to like
Mhm.
sixth graders and parents get upset about that, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of controversy. So we didn't know like what parents would think, but you guys all seem pretty positive about your
Yeah.
parents wanting to be on board.
Mhm.
Do you guys think that having a guest speaker deliver a message would be do you feel that people will listen to our message better if we had a guest speaker
Yeah.
deliver that?
Mhm. Yeah, someone, this is like a situation that actually like happened to them, I think, yeah.
Right. So you think that'd be a lot more effective than like if we did something more interactive, especially for like freshman orientations.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You can stop there and do it. Get some pizza.